Hi guys, my name is Brendan. I'm the Palette Liaison Officer here at Qantas Virtual, and this is just a quick video to introduce you to the website that we have here at Qantas Virtual and helping you to file your first PIREP. So you'll be presented with this homepage after being approved by one of the training staff members, and it's as simple as clicking up in the top right corner, logging in with your Pilot ID and the password that you attached to your application. You picked that when you signed up. What we're going to focus on is these icons right here, mainly the ones that will be regarding filing your first PIREP. So I'll just go through a quick overview of what these icons do. Edit profile allows you to change your email, password, any other details that you signed up and that you wish to change. Your signature displays a badge that shows your flights that you can attach to your signature in the forums. Statistics shows airline statistics, flight numbers, average landing rates. This icon here is for hub transfer. This allows you to transfer from the initial hub that you applied with when you joined Qantas Virtual, but due to our hub competitions out of the current, not all hub transfers are approved just due to the numbers and equalising the numbers between hub regions. This next badge here is LOA, Leave of Absence Request. That's important if you plan to be away for more than 1 month, as your account can be at risk of being removed if it's inactive for longer than 4 weeks. So apply for a leave of absence if you plan on being away, just so when you get back you don't have the problem of being inactive. TeamSpeak, you're required to have TeamSpeak 3 installed on your computer before launching this, but clicking on this link will launch the Qantas Virtual TeamSpeak server on your TeamSpeak application, filling in the TeamSpeak details and the password. Once logged on, all you need to do then is have a staff member add you with the pilot badge and any of your rankings that you have at Qantas Virtual. Events, this displays a calendar of current events that are in progress or monthly events. It includes competitions and such, but you can click on there if you wish to partake in any. This help button here is quite self-explanatory but very important, as it contains a load of information about commonly asked questions that new pilots face here at Qantas Virtual. So check there. If you can't find your issue, then feel free to email any one of the staff members. So we're going to be focusing on these 6 icons to the left here, mostly for completing your first PIREP. So I'll just go through from the left to the right again. My PIREPs, this is a list of all your pilot reports. So you won't have any when starting, but after you finish your first PIREP, each will be stored in there and you can view them. Manual PIREP, if you don't run QTracker and you're running on VATSIM, what you can do is file a manual PIREP. You'll just need to include a VATAware link, fuel burn figures, departure, arrival, airport, as well as flight number, route, etc. This flight map icon will display all your flights in a map sense from all of the PIREPs that you filed in that first icon of My PIREPs. The next one across is schedules, and this is where you can add bids and be able to search the schedule database to pick your next flight. Once bidden on a flight, there's this next icon over here that says My Bids. In here you can view your current bids, delete them, and view the boarding pass or the pre-flight briefing that's developed via the website for each flight. Over here is a new feature called Itinerary. What you can do, click on that and you'll be brought to this flight itinerary builder. If you're like me and can't always decide where you're going to fly, you can simply put in your departure airport and say you want to do 5 flights in the 737-800. What you can do is build itinerary, and now it'll pick 5 flights in the 737-800 out of Brisbane. So you can go and easily pick your registration, place the bid, and you'll be sweet to go. Back to the pilot dispatch and getting ready for your first PIREP, what you're going to do is click on Schedules here. For this example, I'm just going to pick my current location and I will go to Adelaide, which is Y Papa Alpha Delta. There we go. Now we can do, if you want to refine the search down to a particular aircraft type, you can, but I'm just going to go and search schedules. Now you'll be brought to here, the list of all the flights that operate between Brisbane and Adelaide in that direction. So you can see they're all 737-800s, and it has here red dots signifying which day these flights are active. As a note though, you can fly each flight on any day, and the scheduled time under here is not indicative of which time you have to fly at. If you want to be realistic and fly at that time, you can so desire. So I'm going to pick here Qantas 667. So we'll press take flight, and we'll pick aircraft registration. I know that I'll be using Victor Zulu Zulu. I'll click that and press add bid. Now in here you'll be presented with a flight briefing page. It has your FMS route and your flight remarks, which are important if you're flying on VATSIM. Regarding the FMS route, you might want to verify with that with flightaware.com just to ensure that the route takes proper airways and is valid. With the flight remarks, ensure to include that in your VATSIM remarks if you are flying on VATSIM, with your operator being QantasVirtual.com, your registration, your performance class, which is a Charlie speed, your nav, you've got RMP10 capabilities, GPS RNAV, and your remark TCAS equipped. This is important to, for air traffic controllers to see what sort of navigational capabilities you have. Down here we have a fuel loadout. You can use these figures if you want, or you can use an external flight planning service such as PFPX or SimBrief, whichever you use. Down here is a summary of the load sheet. It has your cost index, which you can use, or you can use your own flight level that's recommended, and also has your passenger and crew loads. Down the bottom, here's a flight map, and below that you'll have a navigation log that has all your waypoints. Alright, so once you've gone through and bidded this flight, you are ready to start QTracker. So I'll see you back when we start up QTracker. Here we are in QTracker. The details are exactly the same as the website. You log in with your pilot ID, just losing the QFA at the beginning, and the same password that you signed up to the site with. When entered in, you'll be brought to this screen, the Flight Center. In here will be the list of all your bids. So you can see this is the bid that we just added, Brisbane to Adelaide, Qantas 667. And I've got the sim running in the background here so you can see how it connects. So basically, just click on the flight, make sure it's highlighted in this blue, press fly. You'll be brought to this pre-flight section where you can input your route if it's not the same as this. You can also generate your load. Just click this button here. This doesn't affect your flight in any way other than the data that's sent back to the website and your cruising altitude. You can change this if that is not your optimum cruise altitude based on your pre-flight OFP that you've developed somewhere else, but otherwise you can leave this like this. Alright, next we can press the start flight button down here. As soon as I press this, you'll hear the flight attendant announcement start. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly mute that. Right, so here it'll show a flight progress bar and it will give you an estimated time to arrival, an ETA once you're in the air, and also a miles from origin, miles to go. In flight log here, it'll display the PIREP that's actually sent back to the website. Moving down to chat, this is the area where you can chat to other pilots using the Smart Cars client from other virtual airlines. So you can see here some British Airways and Delta virtual pilots. Moving along to airline, this is our airline, this is Qantas Virtual. So go ahead and talk to anyone if you wish. And moving across, you can reply to private messages, you'll send them by double clicking on someone's name. Down into settings, you can make it automatically log you in each time, which is very handy. This confirms Smart Cars exit is good just in case you accidentally press escape when you're not meaning to. If you're using a PMDG or a payware aircraft that has GPWS callouts, you can disable all the altitudes to announce, as you don't want double altitude callouts. This is your personal preference here, flight attendant announcements if you wish to have that on or off, and as well as the announce 18,000 and 10,000 feet. If you're using the chat, I find it annoying having the window flashing when you're trying to land or take off, so I personally leave that disabled. And these sounds are to your personal preference also, so you can just press apply once you're happy with all that. Alright, back to your flight services window. If at any time, so let's just close the sim and I'll show you what happens. So here you can see the simulator connection has been lost. This can happen if your sim stops responding or has any sort of changing of settings in which leaves it inactive for a period of time and FSUR PC can't connect. It'll bring you up this dialog. Once you have your sim running again, you can press reconnect and it will reconnect to the flight at that certain point. Now just pretend that I finished this flight. All you need to do is press end flight and then file PIREP, and that is your first PIREP filed. So I hope you found this useful and enjoy flying for Qantas Virtual.